Good evening and welcome to TIO Stadium in Larrakia Country for round 4 of Men's Premier League action. Wanderers versus Palmerston Magpies. My name is Nick Danks and my commentary partner this evening, Dom McCormack. Good evening, Dom. Great to be here at TIO Stadium.
Yeah, terrific to be here with you, Nick, and should be a terrific game. Both teams really needing a win, so fascinated to see how they come out in the first quarter. Wanderers
won the toss, decided to kick with the breeze, which is usually the right of screen to the airport end here at TIO Stadium. Currently 32 degrees, but at least there's the under lights and not like it was this afternoon for the St Mary's Tiwi Bombers game, which St Mary's came away with a 35-point win. What are your thoughts on tonight's matchup, Dom?
Well, it should be a close affair, really, one would think, although Palmerston, they've loaded up a little bit. I was able to call their game last week against Waratah, and great to see Jaden Davey in, Alwyn Davey in, and also Baxter Mensch. 3 really good ball users, and while their effort was there against Waratah last week, they just didn't have the polish. But Wanderers a little bit the same, got a few key players in for themselves, none more so than Brodie Newman, an excellent player, and he will really steady the ship in defence, I would expect.
So both these sides looking for their first win of the season. Wanderers so far this season, they lost in week 1 to the Darwin Buffaloes by 52 points. In week 2 they lost to Pint also by 52 points, and last week at this ground had a 65-point loss to St Mary's. The Palmerston Magpies so far this season, they had a bye in week 1. Week 2 were defeated by the Darwin Buffaloes by 31 points, and as you said, last week lost to Waratah by 58 points. I did take a look back. The last time these two sides met was in round 12 last season, and that game ended in a draw. I actually broadcast that game, 52 points each, and to be honest, there was a chance there that the Magpies could pinch that one late, but they held on for a draw. The last time the Magpies won, though, was back in round 3 last season when they upset the Buffaloes on a Friday night by 57 points. So your thoughts on today? Which one do you like? Do you think Wanderers might pick their first win of the season, or the Magpies, you fancy them?
Gee, I'm probably leaning towards the Magpies just because of the inclusion of those 3 that I mentioned before. Jaden Davey, Alwyn Davey, Baxter Mensch. They'll be good ball users, good team players. Wanderers, take nothing away from them, particularly with the inclusion of a player like Brodie Newman. But both teams are going to be desperate. They're both looking for their first win of this season. As you say, Palmerston, it's been a long time between drinks for them.
Absolutely, and they need to get some scoring on the board, both of these sides. This season, Palmerston only managed 34 points. They've only played 2 games with an average of 34 points, but the Wanderers have only scored an average of 22 points a game, and both the sides have averaged about 79 points against them in both games. So the defences will both be up for it, but hopefully the attack's up for it. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm leaning towards the Magpies as well, probably from my heart rather than my head, but we'll see what happens. As I said, very typical weather this time of year. Breeze to the right of the screen, currently 32 degrees in Darwin. As we're getting ready for the bounce of the ball, you're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. As we get ready for the bounce down for this one. Well, the ball up now this year, isn't it?
Well, that's right. It's a change, isn't it? It's a huge change.
Yeah, a big one for the ruckman as well. I noticed the early game today, the rucks were a bit small in sizes because they used the advantage of not the bounce down, but just the straight up and down ball. As we hand it over. All yours, Dom.
About to get underway here. First quarter. Ball tossed high. Phillips up against Mattiazzo. Palmerston will come away with the first clearance. And there's Mensch with the first kick away up towards half forward. And the ball just taken unceremoniously over the boundary line for the first boundary throw in. 55 out from goal. Lights on here at TIO Stadium. Beautiful side ground in good nick. Players setting themselves here. Phillips, who was being held there, managed to get a touch to it, but pressure on immediately. Just outside the attacking 50 here. Ball tossed straight up. Mattiazzo got a little touch away. Now a handball. Sean Wilson over the footy, gets it away to Edmonds in the forward pocket. Thought that ball might have been out. Little handball comes back to Edmonds. He's a hard nut. Got his handball away, but cut off by the Eagles. Back to the captain. He kicked their first goal last weekend. And a free kick paid here, and a free kick for a throw. So awesome pressure coming from the Eagles early stages of this first quarter. Handball tucked away. On the run from Motlop up towards centre wing. No mark taken. Flyer there was Darcy. Now Patrick Heenan gets a handball away to Wharf. Eventually got the handball away. Ball falls out to Baxter Mensch, and the umpire says That will be a free kick. In fact, he's going to take it for a ball up. Tossed high. Matiazzo gets it away. Edmonds couldn't get a clean hand on it. Through comes Mensch again. Gee, early impact here from Mensch. Taking the footy there for the Eagles was Walsh. Now a handball on the up through centre wing. Close to the boundary line, and the ball again. Just be taken over. No need to take any early risks at this stage. So boundary throw in. Daniel Clee it was there for the Eagles. So half forward here. Both teams attacking the ball strongly in the early stages. And Baxter Mensch right in amongst it. Nice little tap away there for the Eagles. Mensch in there again. Head over the footy. Ground level. After it was Walsh and wrapped up in the tackle. And the umpire says had an opportunity, didn't dispose of it. So the free kick there to Declan Barnett, the vice-captain for the Magpies. Little chip goes sideways, looking for his teammate in Matiazzo. Finds him. Centre wing here at TIO Stadium, the Morris Rioli grandstand. Long kick straight down the line. Edmonds couldn't take the mark. Goes back in at ground level. And again, the boundary line will be the winner.
Yeah, no one really taking possession of the moment of the ball. It's just popped up and down this wing here. It's gone inside 150 once for the Magpies, and that was by about a metre. They just haven't really taken, someone settled down, and with these two sides, it's probably not surprising earlier on that the pressure's on.
Boundary throw-in's a good one. Pelted away there by Phillips for the Eagles. Comes out the back, quick kick smothered. Palmerston, stylish play there from Jaden Davey. Handball cut off. Goes back in and lays the tackle. Nice little chain of handballs comes out to Walsh, now out the back. Quick kick. No mark taken there by Newman. Ground level, Maggie's there in numbers. Handball flicked out the back and goes to Keck, who was a really good player last week. Finds Alwyn Davey. It's a worm burner of a kick and cut off immediately out there by Wheatra for the Eagles. Nice mark by Ryan Wharf. Last line of defence at that very moment, and he did what he had to do, although that's a poor kick. Cut off by Fijo. Nice little handball up to Wirchin and to Brodie Newman. I thought he might be starting in defence. He started forward and having an immediate impact. A man with a big body had an opportunity here to put the first score on the board for the Eagles. Yeah, took advantage of that missed kick as he's kicked it into the ground. It was his player that just stayed back and was expecting that ball to clear the area. Of course, it's come straight back to him, and here's his opportunity to put the first one on the board for the night. Brodie Newman, and that has come horribly off the right boot there. As soon as it hit his boot, you could see the head go down. So the minor score is the first score of the evening. Wanderers on the board. Palmerston go sideways. Hugging the boundary here. Edmonds with possession, steps around Sonny Smiler. Kick will be cut off. Nice mark taken there by Lennon Marlin. Long kick, dangerous kick. Almost a mark, yes the mark, well taken. Fraser Bradley stuck up the one hand then, managed to bring it down, and Patrick Heenan just couldn't go again to try and get the second bite at the cherry. So Wanderers here, early opportunities through Fraser Bradley. He just kept control of that, kept his eye on it. Notice a few of the players slipping over already that you shouldn't hit the ground this early in the night, but just seen a couple fall over. Playing out there with the runners instead of the footy boots perhaps. So Fraser Bradley. That kick's going to fall short. Newman has an opportunity. Snap on the left boot and hits the post. Player down following that contest. But a minor score on the board again there for the Eagles. So they move to 2 behinds. Palmerston Magpies yet to score. Still down that player there. I'll just keep an eye and see who it is. Might be Smith Thompson there. And the umpires actually stopped the game here. Called for the ball. And so quite rightly, they're actually checking on him because he does not look good down there. Might be Smith Thompson, but just being helped up here by Patrick Heenan, and perhaps a shoulder injury there to Smith Thompson. Yeah, it looks like he's holding his shoulder in a funny angle there. I think he's just gone down on it. Obviously wasn't a head injury, but they've helped him up, and could be the dreaded dislocated shoulder with the way that he's holding that. Yeah, there. Looks it done it.
He's got the long walk.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Just the way he's holding his shoulders. The long walk to the interchange bench from there too. As the runner's gone out to him.
Yeah, the umpire's still holding the footy here. Trainer's gone out to the player. The umpire's returned the footy, called time back on. Little chip goes straight to Patrick Heenan. A very good game last week against Waratahs.
Hard to believe that was 15. He's walked back about 3 feet. He's back to where the kick received it from.
Patrick Heenan, long kick down towards centre half. Back, cut off immediately by the Eagles. Long bomb and waiting all by himself. Fraser Bradley. So poor communication there by the Maggies. Fraser Bradley just taking that on his chest. And the player with the injury, Nick, has left the field. So he will not be returning. To stay with Bradley here as he does the check side and kicks the first goal for the evening here for the Eagles. It comes at the 7.5 minute mark. And Fraser Bradley, 1 goal to his name and more importantly to his team. So the Eagles 1-2-8 leading the Palmerston Magpies. Yet to score 7.5 minutes here. And the Eagles, it's a great thing they've got a goal on the board because they are a player down for the remainder of this match with that player gingerly walking around the boundary line here in front of us. And again, I stick to my diagnosis of a dislocated shoulder or perhaps a collarbone injury.
Yeah, he hasn't moved that
Very
left arm
ginger.
at all. Yeah, no, he's not in good side at all. So that's a shame there. He must have landed on it when he came down. So an 8-point lead to Wanderers. 8 minutes into the first quarter here at TIO Stadium.
Edward Darcy it is too, the player injured. Ball moved forward from that ruck contest. Edmonds dives in at the footy, wrapped up in a tackle. The umpire's going to ping. Oh, gee, I thought he was styling up there to give the signal. He's going to ball it up instead. Edmonds, another one of those players for the Maggies who played an excellent game against Waratah last week. Tossed down to the ground was Newman. Keck, handball, straight back into the congestion. Players all around this. Now the quick kick coming out. Hamish McRae with the clearance. Newman threw himself at the footy. Couldn't take the mark. Mensch handballs out the back to Wharf. Evades the tackle. Then got taken high. Plays on immediately into the middle of the ground. Was not great. Keck picks up the footy. Gets a handball away. Players throwing themselves into. That's another high tackle. And Josh Wershen for the Eagles will take that high free kick. Right on centre wing. And 50 metre penalty here. The little chip went out wide, but the 50 metre penalty. And Kyan Ellis exchanging a few words with Josh Wershen. I think Josh Wershen might be having the last laugh momentarily here because he's the one with the 50 metre penalty and the ball in hand. Slightly right of centre here for Josh Wershen. Man on the mark about 40 metres from goal, so the Eagles, and really good opportunity here to go back to back. Kick on its way. Starts and stays left. Through for the minor score. So the Eagles 1-3-9. And the Palmerston Magpies yet to have a shot on goal here. Almost 10 minutes gone in this first quarter.
It's 5 inside 50s to 1 at the moment. That's 9 to the Magpies yet to score.
Patrick Heenan, the designated kicker. Lays up a nice one too. Goes to Baxter Mensch. I was just about to say he's playing really well, and then he turns over inside 50. The man taking the mark is Henry Lovell. His kick not fantastic. Out to a teammate in Sonny Smiler. Goes the big snap on goal, and that is out of bounds on the full.
Neither of these two sides are taking the simple kick when it's there. It's like that one. They're just kicking to a contest out every time, and there's players loose.
Brody Newman took that mark immediately and plays on quickly. Finds the experienced Keelan Fijo. Needs to steady down here. Go back and stop the rot and put this one straight through the middle. 4 scoring opportunities they've had so far, and they've kicked 1. He handballs it off to a player who was stationary. Fly in the goal square. No mark taken. Mensch had it momentarily. Comes to Wilson, the captain. Handballs into space. He'll receive it back again as the captain. Well run. Nice little chip from him. Goes to a teammate in Bremner. So Bremner at right half back. Long kick down the line. That's a good kick to the advantage of his teammate. Doesn't let him down. Takes the mark. Chips forward. Now he does let him down. That's a poor kick. The Eagles now with an opportunity. One eagle in between 5. Newman thumps it away. Waylon Davey will go to the footy. Handballs back to Alwyn Davey. Davey steps one way, then the other, goes with the right boot up there towards Jaden Davey, and he's given away the free kick for a push. He sure has.
Yeah, he certainly did there. So where they're dropping down, just that kick there, just as they come out of defence, the Magpies.
Little chip now from the Eagles. Back to Wirchin. Called to play on, goes now to Cody Leggett. Leggett's featured twice now in that play. Straight out there to Davidson. Handballs on immediately to Daniel Wheater. Good user of the footy. And he finds Sonny Smiler. Finds him well. Took the mark on his chest in the right forward pocket. And the name Smiler, often linked with the Bellewan community. And he'd do well to go back here and have a really, really steady shot at goal and put the second one through for the Eagles. Having the best of the play are the Muck-Mucks at the moment. Just need to convert. So Smiler goes back, just pokes at this one on the left boot, through for a minor score. 1-4-10 plays Palmerston yet to score.
Yeah, they've had some opportunities, and now to understand why they're only averaging about 22 points a game. They've had some opportunities to be about 4 goals in front here.
They're not giving you any evidence to assume otherwise,
No.
Nick, that's for sure. Patrick Heenan, long kick, dangerous kick. Gee, Lennon Marlin just called his opponent out and went straight through and took the chest mark. Kicks the ball long and dangerously down there to Bradley. Bradley couldn't take the grab. Gives his teammate some applause for moving the ball quickly. And boundary throw in right forward pocket.
So Palmerston controlling the ball in the back line and have done well to keep it to 1-4, but it's just that kick out of defence is every time it's being cut off by the Muck-Mucks and coming straight back at them.
Palmerston win that ruck contest. Down here to Dowsett. One of their Dower defenders kicks out wide. Daniel Wheater tracking it initially. Had it, lost it. Palmerston with ball in hand now out to Keck. Handball's out wide. Goes to a teammate there in Matiazzo. Kicks long. Opportunity here for Fox. I'll give him that one. Paddle that one on. Goes to a teammate in Haynes. The snap on goal. Goal square. No mark taken by Davey. Almost did well there on the left boot. And as you just heard from Nick Danks, hit the post as he tried to kick quickly on goal.
Yeah, the opportunity there to take that mark, and then he's just tried to follow up and couldn't get there, but got their first score on the board.
1 point on the board. Matthew Motlop brings the ball into Daniel Wheater. Great to see him back in Eagles colours. Chain of handballs now comes to Wirchin. That's a horrible kick off the right boot. Bradley attacks it hard. He wants the footy. Gets hold of it. Runs away from Wharf. No, he doesn't. Turns the footy over. Comes out the back to Mensch. Steps one way, then the other. Has a bounce. Steadies himself. That's a nice long kick down the ground. Almost a mark to Wilson. Matthew Motlop with the opportunity. And the high free kick will be paid here to the Eagles captain. So Motlop now. Chips inside, goes to Leggett. Plays in the clear here. Comes out to McRae. Handballs away. Long kick. Sonny Smiler out-bodied from the contest, but he goes back in and gets the footy. Gets a handball away. Dangerous opportunity here. Palmerston work it away through their defensive unit. Comes out to Donegan. Almost got it back again. Haynes gets it away to a teammate who's wrapped up. That's Klein. And the umpire said, caught with the footy. Gee, Nick, I don't know whether he had too much opportunity there to get rid of that.
I think he was grabbed the moment he got the ball there, and I just thought could have given him a bit of opportunity there, the umpire.
Handball away, comes to Worthley. Down towards Newman, couldn't take the grab. Flick out from defence, comes to Mensch. He'll go long, looking down there for Fletcher. Takes the mark, keeps on running. Long kick, goes to Ford, takes the mark. Now the Palmerston Magpies have a good opportunity. Fantastic ball movement from their defensive 50. And Ned Ford got the opportunity to kick from 35.
Yeah, it's the first time the Magpies have lowered their eyes and hit a target rather than just bang it forward and been cut off. He was on his own for ages there. Davey was, and he lines this up. This will be a pretty handy one for the Magpies.
So Ned Ford with his opportunity here. Another one who showed some promise last week. And even that's talked him up too much. Off to the right-hand side and a horrible kick. Another minor score. So we're dealing in points here. 1-4-10 plays, 3 behinds. Palmerston with another opportunity. Keck grabs hold of the footy, runs at goal, kicks on goal, and misses to the far side. So another point on the board here for the Maggies. 16.5 minutes gone. Only 1 goal kicked thus far, and that's to the Eagles. Fraser Bradley, the goal kicker. Wanderers now doing the old 1-2 back to Daniel Wheatra. Out to Wirchin. Goes by hand. Finds the running teammate in Billy Shanks. Good kick. Not quite. Missed the target. Palmerston Magpies asking for deliberate. I don't really think so. And there'll be a boundary throw in on the outer wing.
You're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We're here at TIO Stadium for Wanderers versus Palmerston Magpies, and Wanderers currently leading by 7 points as we wait for this ball to come back in. I can't imagine there'll be much time on, Dom, with 1 goal scored in the quarter.
I cannot imagine. We'll go to 20 minutes and 15 seconds, I reckon.
I think you're pretty close.
Ruck contest, ball spills here to Edmonds. Little handball was good to Mensch, but he was confronted by Newman. Ball spilled. Player slung in the tackle without the footy, and the umpire quite rightly paying the free kick, and there they are going at it again. Hamish McRae. In fact, it was Sam Donegan on that occasion, and his opponent in McRae. McRae goes backwards. Goes to Worthley. By hands back to Wheatra. And turnover again. Premiership Eagle is Daniel Wheatra, former NT Thunder player. He's a quality player. Nice handball. Inside goes to Mensch. He looks for Edmonds. Couldn't find him. Fijo goes in. Quick handball out to Leggett. Back into the middle. Cut off by the Maggies. Playing ping pong here well and truly. Handball inboard from Newman. Went away there to McRae. Tackle laid. This ball spills to Fijo. Just chips it out wide to clear it. Intelligent kick into a teammate out there in Wills. I should say Willis. That's a nice spot up. Good lead, good kick. Sam Davidson finds the ball on his chest and should go back and have another set shot at goal for the Eagles.
It's their 13th time they've been inside 50. The Wanderers have come 1 goal so far, so we'd like to get value for money for this one.
Daniel Clee was the deliverer, and he delivered it absolutely perfectly. So Sam Davidson, almost 19 minutes gone here, and Nick, as you said a moment ago, this could be one of their last opportunities to have a set shot at goal. Off he goes. Kick will make the distance, but does not have the accuracy, or does it? Yes, it does. It does. Second goal on the board here. Sam Davidson has put that one through the middle. So well done to the Eagles. They kept it clean inside their 50. The Wanderers, they move on to 2-4-16, leading the Palmerston Magpies 3 behinds at the 19.5 minute mark.
Yeah, they needed to get that one to get value for money. As I said, 13 inside 50s to 2. And they just certainly haven't got on the scoreboard, but they'll take that 13-point lead into quarter time, you would think. It can't be much more than about 90 seconds left, you would think, in this quarter.
Nice play by Keelan Fijo there, just to steady it down in their forward zone. Now back in the middle. Little tap out from the Maggies. Donegan taken down without the footy. He's going to get the free. Needs to move it quickly and long and direct. Does exactly that. Low ball inside 50. Cut off there by the Eagles through Motlop. Little handball stolen away. Handball to Edmonds. Tried to duck the tackle, and the umpire says, you had an opportunity. Yep. You are gone. Not going to be able to do that on too many occasions against Daniel Wheatra. He chips sideways. Goes to a teammate there in Willis. Willis the handball on the up there to Shanks. On the left boot. Nice kick. The Eagles are out here on centre wing. Up to Smiler. Goes with the left boot. In the clear will be Bradley. Back inside 50. Beautiful ball movement there by the Muck-Mucks. And Bradley gives the signal and just says, no, leave me be. Going to go back here and have a set shot. So he should.
Wouldn't think the siren is too far away as we're in the time on.
Well, my guess was wrong. 20 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh, you forgot the bit about the injury. I think that may have had... I'll give you that
very
one.
True, very true, Nick. Thank you.
I'll give you that.
You're giving me an out there. Fraser Bradley's already kicked a goal in this first quarter. Opportunity here for his second and his team's third. Good long kick on goal, and it's hit the post. 3/4 of the way up, so again, Minor score 2-5, 17 plays 3 behinds. Palmerston bring the footy back in quickly. Little chip there to Dowsett. Heenan loses the handle. Pressure here in the latter stages of this first quarter. And Dowsett and Heenan exchange a few looks and a high five, and they'll set up and do it all again. Ruckman getting set here. Spencer Fox for the Palmerston Magpies. Tyler Phillips for the Eagles. Phillips tried to take it out of the ruck contest, stolen away by the Palmerston Magpies. Kick into the centre is not great. Hitting the ball was Haynes, picked it up nicely, got a handball out to a teammate. And up to Mensch as the siren sounds here for quarter time. And on the quarter time siren, it is the Eagles. They lead 2-5-17 to the Palmerston Magpies, 3 behinds.
We'll be back here shortly at TIO Stadium.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring him up, up.
Top-end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top-end footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium on Larrikick Country for round 4 of the Men's Premier League. Wanderers versus Palmerston Magpies. I'm Nick Daggs, my commentary partner this evening, Don McCormack. Dom, the Wanderers probably should be further front after dominating the first quarter, 14-3 inside 50s.
Oh, absolutely. No question about that. You go inside 50 14 times. You want to put more than 2 goals on the board, although it's interesting the number of times inside 50 almost matches for both teams the number of points that are actually on the board. So it seems like they're almost dealing in points at the moment, but no, Wanderers certainly with the possession advantage. A bit disappointed with Palmerston, as I'm sure their coach Mark Tyrrell would be when they had the ball, just didn't really use it as well as they should have.
No, but just banging it out of defence. Once they got there, the next kick out of defence went straight to a Wanderers player, and they just brought it straight back, and the Eagles just took control and said 3 times they went inside 50, the Magpies. They probably could have had 1 goal out of that, but the rest of them was rushed, and the Eagles are in control in the back line.
Yeah, they certainly have been getting some easy ball really through their defence. So interesting to see as we start the second quarter here. Ball up just slightly before the siren, and then interestingly, Lucas Edmonds now got his head over the footy out to Donegan, handballing off to Mensch. They're going backwards here, the Maggies. Now out towards centre wing. Good use of the body there by Alwyn Davey. Got his opponent out of the way momentarily, kept his feet, got the footy. Little chip to a teammate there in Mattiazzo. Got the handball back. Now the defence go to work for the Eagles. Sean Wilson with a handball. Got it up there to Ford. Ford released by hand. Now it's out to Leggett, who had a good first quarter. He thumps it out. The only player there is Mensch. Can he get it before the boundary? No, he can't. Tosses it back in disgust of the boundary umpire. Nothing to do with the boundary umpire,
absolutely
of course.
not. A couple of other games on this afternoon. TIO Stadium, St Mary's defeated the Tiwi Bombers by 35 points, and at Nightcliff the Tigers defeated the Buffaloes by 31 points, and currently the top of the table clash, Southern Districts leading by 19 at half-time over Pint.
Ruck contest by Phillips there, 1 down for the Eagles. Fox, bull-chested at the footy. That's a good grab. Handball off immediately to Edmonds from 55. Long, strong, off target and through for the minor. So again, the first score for the second quarter is a behind. Palmerston moved to 4. Daniel Wheatra. The little chip in finds Motlop. He goes short. Harry Willis. Another short kick. This is what Palmerston haven't done. They have not treasured the footy. The Eagles just chipping it. Now they try and go long. Going up for the mark there was Walsh. Couldn't take it. Palmerston now with numbers. Good handball in the middle. Finds Heenan. Goes backwards slightly. Going to the user there in Mensch. Taken in a tackle. And the umpire has blown the siren here.
He stopped the game. Another shoulder injury by the Wanderers player, and he's
just going to ball it up, the umpire, sensibly.
Well, I think he's going to try and run that one off.
Does look like it. I think it's the big ruckman here, and Tyler. He's called the ball to him to say, "I'm going to ball it up," and then Tyler Phillips has to go into the ruck contest.
Yeah, he can't get his head above his shoulder, but you'll be right.
You'll be right. He has to go with the opposite hand, which he does, and he wins it down too. He did beautifully. Ball came out initially to the Maggies, but now Wanderers take it away. On the left boot, up towards full forward. No mark taken down there by Bradley. Newman soccers it through for the goal. Came in with pace and intent and thumps their third one through. Their first 4 this second quarter. 3-5-23 they move to now, Wanderers. Palmerston 4 behinds, almost 3 minutes gone in this second quarter.
Yeah, they could have raffled it. There was about 3 or 4 of them there from the Eagles who could have got that goal. And Brody Newman just come through there and just toe poked that through. As you watch the replay, well done by the ruckman to knock it over with the only arm he had left was working. But then the quick move out of the pack here, good handball out, saw the running player, bit of luck with the bounce. And then if you look with where it drops, he could have raffled it. There was 2 or 3 of them here at the drop of the ball. going in there with Sonny Smiler, and he just left it go for the big guy, and they've got their third goal on the board.
Now they move it out of the middle again to the Eagles. Straight down inside 50. Ball spills down here to Sam Davidson. Got it away again. Now to Fijo. Fijo with the kick on goal. Back-to-back goals for the Eagles. Well done, Keelan Fijo was steady. Put it straight through the middle and kicks their fourth.
Yeah, this could get really messy now. The Palmerston Magpies are going to have to settle down here. There's already a couple of hands on hips, and we're only 3 minutes into the second quarter. They just can't get control of the ball, and when they do get control of it, it's just coming straight back at them. As we watch the replay of the game, we missed the centre bounce, but again, the umpires called play on there. Just banged out of the middle, and for the rest, it was all history as it's just gone through to Fijo, who's popped it through.
Gee, lucky that to not be called dropping the ball there.
Yeah, absolutely. But all the time in the world in there. And you can understand why a couple of Magpies were back in the middle already.
Tyler Phillips takes the ball away. Missed a teammate. Now the little chip out, looking for Keck on the run. That's a beautifully weighted kick by Davey. Keck, the low worm burner, cut off momentarily by Wheatra. Handball comes out here to Wilson from 40 metres out. It's going to fall the goal square. That's a terrific mark. The umpire was signalling a behind, so it's obviously crossed the line there.
He's not arguing with him, so he must have definitely known it was behind the line. He's marked the ball.
Goal umpire right on the spot.
5th point for the Magpies.
And the Eagles' defence, they're already out to half back. McRae chips in board. Comes here to Josh Wirchin. Now called to play on. Again, this steady chip that we've seen as a feature for the Eagles, and on that occasion dropped by Keelan Fijo. He can't believe it. Kicking a goal a moment ago, and now a boundary throw in at half forward for the Palmerston Magpies.
It does get dewy on the ground out there, or it's at the wrong time of year, but we'll give him benefit of the doubt. It does get a bit slippery at night time. Here it's currently 32 degrees. It's been a hot day again in the top end.
Players set themselves here. Mariazzo up against Phillips. Ball fell short. Phillips just socketed away. Great pick up there from Jaden Davey. Back here to Mariazzo. Just handball to no one in particular. Heenan made it look good. Handball into space. Goes to Donegan. Donegan off here to Mensch. And out of bounds on the full is the call, as he was looking for the lead of Ned Ford there. So 2 goals kicked in the first quarter by Wanderers, and they've backed that up pretty quickly here, only 6 minutes down in this second quarter. Already 2 goals on the board. Palmerston yet to kick a major.
Fletcher Keck has to jump over the fence to get the ball.
Inboard. And the players are standing there by themselves. Palmerston are going to have to really increase the work rate here. That was Worthley. Dropping the ball was the call. Good tackling laid there by Ben Daru. And the umpire will call it to himself and ball up inside, attacking 50 here for the Maggies. Opportunity. Can they make something of it? Ruckman setting themselves. Tosses that one up high. Leggett just belted it away easily into the path of McRae. Kicks up towards centre wing. Bradley's there. Taps it to himself. Flicks away a handball. Oh, they're strolling through tackles here are the Eagles, making it look all too easy. Long kick up towards the goal square. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. That Jew's having a bit of an effect, Nick.
Yeah, they just stood there, though, the Magpies, when he took that mark, and they're just not putting the pressure on. There's lots of room out there for the Eagles.
Cohen Frith brings the ball back into play. Goes to Mensch. Goes to Donegan. Almost handballed off to Wharf there. Comes back inboard. This time the quick handball from Ford to Edmonds. Out the back. Good kick. Off hands. Little snap on goal on the left boot, and it just will not curl around enough from the boot there of Jaden Davey. Another minor score for the Maggies. 6 of them now.
Yep, so they've got their 6 points on the board, but there's still 23 points down. 13 minutes to go, you would think, of this quarter's 8-minute mark of the second quarter.
9 scoring opportunities to 6 so far in favour of Wanderers. Just that Wanderers have kicked 4 goals. They come out of defence again just too easily. The little chip comes up here to Bryce Walsh. Another little chip. Wirchin, handball's on. Almost a run-down tackle. That was a good effort there by the captain. And his effort was rewarded. Fox takes the grab. Now kicks out wide, looking for Daru. Drops what he should have taken. Butters up again. Can he get the handball away? Oh, he somehow gets out of the tackle. Bit of strength. Finds Edmonds. And Edmonds takes that mark just inside at 50. Plays on. Runs 5 metres. Kicks long. Is he accurate? No, he is not. Nick, save us here.
They've had their chances though, the Magpies. That's the 6th time they've gone in 50 this quarter. They kicked 3 points in the first quarter, going inside only 3 times. They've gone in 6 this quarter and now kicked 4 points. So they have had their opportunities. They're just not staying in this game. And as you said, 9 scoring shots to 7.
They are in the game from a handling the ball perspective, but just not their work inside 50. Billy Shanks now. Long kick down the ground. A good one. Handball off here to Motlop. Shepherd was on. Ball goes to Smiler. It hits Jordan Klein in the back. Comes back to Smiler. Long kick to the advantage of Bradley. Goes at it hard. Doesn't take the mark. He'd argue that his arms were chopped. And the ball goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
It's been a couple of times I've noticed the Eagles players kicking the ball forward. They're just doing little stab passes. They're not putting the boot through it. There's that one there. It hit the Magpies player in the back where it should have clearly gone over the top of him to the running Eagles player.
Spencer Fox wins that ruck contest. Little handball comes out to Edmonds. The Maggies work their way out, but again, there's that kick as they come out of defensive 50. Cut off by Lennon Marlin. So Marlin now looking for some movement. A congested forward line. Long kick down towards the goal square. No mark taken. Spills to Bradley. Quick kick. Is a point. He's having some opportunities.
Yeah, a big opportunity there. I think he thought those was the goals in front of him, the way he snapped that.
Hayden with the little chip. Goes to Dowsett. Finds a teammate in Frith. That's the danger kick, and here comes the danger immediately. Turnover, goes to the Eagles in Smiler, goes with the left boot, long bomb down towards the goal square. Bradley's there, clears all of them. Another minor score for the Eagles. They move on to 4-7, 31. Maggies 7 behinds, almost 11 minutes gone here. Jordan Klein finds his teammate in Declan Barnett, the vice captain. Goes in the middle of the ground. The long lead. Handball into clear. And Baxter Mensch will run onto it. He'll find some pressure from Matthew Motlop straight away. The little up and under. And the 2 players go for it there, both Kyan Ellis and Lucas Edmonds. Quick play on, and he's missed a target. Wharf gathers. Handballs to Keck. Wharf stays in the action. Well done. Got himself into the clear. Kick is a good one. Pressure on in the goal square. Waylon Davey manages to get a fingernail to it to knock it clear. Eagles defence. Working hard. Tackle laid. Ball spills. Wandering through beautifully was Tyler Phillips for the Eagles. Helps them clear that quite easily in the end. Long kick out towards centre wing. Harry Bremner's given a free kick away for a push. Wasn't needed at all. And they'll turn it over and relieve all that pressure straight away. Yeah,
I think he fell pretty easily as well. He's just got a bit of a shove. It was a push in the back, but I don't think he pushed him that hard to knock that guy over.
Little chip inboard goes to the hard-working Josh Wirchin. Finds Smith Thompson. Goes to Leggett. Plenty of time to pick that footy up. Goes to Motlop. Almost kicked into the middle of the ground, decides to go long down the line. Almost the mark. Spills. Smiler. Beaten forward by Wharf. Still at it is Ryan Wharf. Well done. Kick up towards Edmonds. Was called to play on there. Must have been a touch footy. Matthew Motlop runs onto the footy. Handballs into space. Edmonds at the fall of the footy. The Eagles come away. Nice little handball from Phillips. Out to Fijo. Finds space. Goes to Wheatra. Kicks out to more space. Finds his teammate out there in Brodie Newman. Dropped the footy. Had plenty of time to try and spot up a teammate close to the boundary line. And Daniel Cleave just professionally runs that one over the boundary line. So a boundary throw in. 13 minutes gone here. 31 plays 7. Wanderers 4-7. Palmerston 7 behinds. Brody Newman taps that one down straight to Edmonds. No high tackle called. Handball comes out. Chip into space. Sonny Smiler's there. Takes it with the one hand. That's a beautiful grab from Smiler. His opponent in Cohen Frith was saying that he touched it, but Sonny Smiler handled that brilliantly.
Yeah, good mark there. He had control of it. He knew what he was doing. He tapped it over to himself, and Frith may have just touched it, but the umpire was never going to pay that one there. He had control of the ball even though it was bouncing around.
Just took it with the one hand on his third touch. Did magnificently. The left footer. He's had a few opportunities. Been lively. Can he put this one through? Kicks on goal. And the answer is no. 4-8-32 Wanderers. Palmerston 7 behinds. 14.5 gone here in the second quarter.
So 14 points at quarter time, 25 points now, as we're heading into the 15-minute mark here of the second quarter.
Kyan Ellis brings the footy in there to Dowsett. Dowsett finds a teammate off to Keck. Keck just gives the handball back there to Kyan Ellis, who had a player on him immediately. Turnover. Just not thinking their way through the play here are the Magpies. Fijo with the free. Finds a teammate. Little chip comes up to Sam Davidson. Kicked a goal in the first quarter. Taking all his time here is Davidson. And the mark. Well cut off there by Donegan in front of the dangerous Brody Newman. Had to take it cleanly to Donegan. Now he kicks out wide and finds Keck. Starts running immediately. That's the way to split the lines open. Kicks long down into attacking 50. Off hands. Fox. Good clean pickup. Goes to a teammate in Haynes. Haynes dives back in to get the footy. Off to Fox. Now to Edmonds. Can he find somebody in the clear? Now, over the shoulder was the call. The umpire 5 metres away didn't call it. The one 40 metres away called it. And I think he was absolutely spot on. So the free kick will go to Declan Barnett, the vice-captain for the Maggies. And to say that they need this is an understatement.
Yeah, he's going to have to kick dead centre a goal here for this, with the way the breeze is circling at the moment. He's kicking with the breeze. But if he aims dead centre a goal, he should be right.
So Declan Barnett, the 16-minute mark of this second quarter. Can he kick there first? Yes, he can. Straight through the middle for Declan Barnett. Straight through the middle for the Maggies first. They move on to 1-7-13, trailing Wanderers 4-8-32, 16 down in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's amazing that they get that goal, and they've not been in this game at all. Because we watch the replay here, it's come over the top. It definitely was hands over. You could see it there. It was clear as day. I don't know what this. The umpire eventually caught up with it after his mate on the other side pulled it in, but they needed that goal. But it's amazing after all this dominance that Wanderers have had that they're still in it.
Absolutely. Well, if you look from a scoring shots perspective, they have had possession of the ball. It's 12 scoring shots to 8. So they're in the game. They need to use the ball better. From the middle, nice little tap down there from Phillips. Taking it was Donegan. Well done out to his mate in Keck. On the left boot. High up and under to centre half. Forward. Up was Smith-Thompson. Cleared a path for his teammates. Handballs. Now a nice kick. Through the middle of the ground comes Wharf. Releases by hand is good. Little chip. Missed the intended target initially. Ball comes here to Haynes. Handballs backwards. Another handball out to Davey, close to the boundary line. He'd be well served to let that go, and he does. So a boundary throw in right at the interchange there for the Palmerston Magpies. At the 17.5-minute mark here, but an opportunity to reset. Back-to-back goals would be terrific for the Maggies if they could do it. Phillips just too easily getting that one through the ruck contest. Good handball coming out from Daniel Clee, cut off by Mensch. Smiler have the free kick paid to him for a push. Plays on immediately. That's a good kick. Nice thump away too there by Dowsett. Comes down to Sean Wilson. Like to see him in the game a little bit more. Back to Dowsett. Out to Keck. He's doing his job from half back. Up towards half forward. No mark taken. That one Davey pursuing the footy. Matthew Motlop there. He does get the hold of the footy. The Eagles take control. That's a nice weighted kick too. A good mark taken there by Sam Davidson. Chip into the middle goes to Tyler Phillips, who's certainly having an impact on this game from the ruck. Chip out wide goes to Harry Willis. His handball was cut off. Well done there by Nick Haynes. Just held it up momentarily. The Eagles take control again. Got numbers, they've got time. Bryce Walsh with the footy at half forward. This time, the Maggies spoil each other. Coming through beautifully was Smiler. Little chip. Bradley takes the footy. He was slung around and missed everything in the end, but still a boundary throw in. Wanderers still with the attacking opportunity.
Yeah, Wanderers had 6 players free on this side of the wing there. If he hadn't done that handball cut off, they were away. They had lots of players down the line that were standing free as well, and the Magpies need to tighten up in this last couple of minutes.
Ball comes down to Newman. Was still able to have a shot. Ball high up and under. Underneath it was Wilson, so too there Fijo. Neither could get their hands cleanly on the footy. Mensch comes away with that's nice. Out to Keck. Keck off to Wharf. Really had an impact in this second quarter. Says to Davey here, you run at that. And he does. Alwyn Davey, can he pick up the footy? He can't. Good challenge there between he and Billy Shanks. Came out there to Warchin. Chain of handballs. Ends up on centre wing. Now the possession's dropped. Mensch lays the tackle. Ball spilled. The umpire says that's dropping the footy. And the free kick will go here to the Palmerston Magpies. Almost 20 minutes down here. Free kick taken by Mensch. Keck wandering into space. Now he can't go there. So Mensch sizing up his opportunities. Needs some movement up forward. Goes to the big man in Daru. No mark taken. Comes off hands. Tackle laid. And a push in the back is the call. Wow. It was one or the other.
Yep.
The Eagles very fortunate, dare I say it. Daniel Fuller there with the free kick.
Trying to slow it down here as we get towards the end of the second quarter.
Long kick down the line. Almost the mark there to Phillips. Comes off hands. And away through the pack. Attacking the ball there was Ellis for the Maggies. Newman had hands in there. Now the kick. Up easy for Bradley. Takes the mark. Will run in. Kick his second. All a little bit too easy there for Fraser Bradley. Once the ball cleared centre wing and got into the hands of Newman, it was a goal from that moment.
Yeah, I think it's the third time that I've seen out of the 5 goals where they've got over the back on them and just run in basically into an open goal. So 5-8-38 to 1-7-13. That's the Wanderers' third goal of the quarter. And, of course, the Magpies their only one this quarter as well.
Just a little bit too easy. And Palmerston had their opportunity there too, Nick, just to man up along the centre there to really try and put the pressure on. Didn't happen.
So 25 points in it. It was 14 points at quarter time in favour of Wanderers. So they pushed away a little bit further.
Umpire back in the middle. What can they do here, the Palmerston Magpies? Mattiazzo, Edmonds, waiting at the fall of it. Comes down here to Donegan. Scoots away. Gets onto his favoured right boot. Kicks long. No mark taken. Waylon Davey has it. Is held. Clearly held. Gets away. A little bit of magic. Goes with the snap. And that is through for another point. That was a brilliant effort to actually get the footy. Then the errant kick. 1-8. Plays 5-8. And the Eagles, off they go again. This time, however, they look like they might be held up. No, they just want the footy a little bit more. Matthew Motlop takes the footy. Handballs into space. Goes to Newman. Out wide. Heenan got in the way. Got hands to it. Couldn't take the mark. He will be paid the free kick. Experienced campaigner Patrick Heenan. He's played a lot of footy in this competition. Goes to Mensch. Runs away from Leggett. Kicks long. Up into attacking 50. And just sat that one up too easily there. Cut off by Lennon Marlin for the Eagles. Looking for options out wide. Tipped over the back. Matthew Motlop up towards Fijo. No mark from Heenan. Bremner there for the Maggies. Fijo with time and space. Handballs to Leggett. Up into the clear. Oh, saved by the siren there are the Palmerston Magpies, and at half-time it is the Eagles in the lead.
Yeah, by 24 points as they go into half-time. It was 14 points at quarter-time. You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We'll be back after this short break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium on Larrakia Country for round 4 of the Men's Premier League. Wanderers versus Palmerston Magpies. I'm Nick Danks, my commentary partner this evening, Dom McCormack. And Dom, Wanderers really should be further than 25 points in front, but the Magpies 1-8 and really should have got a few on the board as well. So they would feel happy that they're probably only 25 points down. But I just can't see them getting back into this one unless something shuffles some magnets or do something a bit different on the ground. I'm sure that Mark Terrell will be looking to do that. I saw him having a chat with his captain in Sean Wilson shortly after that second quarter finished. So it'll be interesting to see if there are any positional changes. But certainly there's at least the effort there. The scoring shots, you can see 13 scoring shots to 9. So they are in the game, but once they get past half forward, they're really just unable to put the footy to the advantage of their key forwards, and then just haven't been able to use it well, hence 1 goal, 8. So they've certainly had some opportunities, and some of those have been set shot opportunities as well that they probably should have kicked. Wanderers are probably the same. They've had some set shots as well that they should have kicked. So the score probably reflects where the game's at, but Palmerston, can they use the ball a bit better? I'd love to see the captain get into the game a bit more, and then when they get the ball forward, just lower their eyes a bit, have their forwards lead at the midfielders coming down a little bit more, and then just work a bit harder for each other. Most times we've seen more Wanderers players around the ball, particularly when it's on the ground. So 14-3 inside 50s in favour of Wanderers in the first quarter. That last quarter was 11 each. So the Magpies certainly had their opportunities, but just couldn't finish off when they had their chances. They got that 1 goal, but had a couple of opportunities to get a couple more there and could be closer to it. But the Wanderers, though, if they just settle down and lower their eyes a bit more, they could run away with this one pretty easily in this quarter. So I think the Magpies are going to have to get the first couple, or else this could get really nasty for them. Yeah, Wanderers on most occasions, Nick, their goals they've just come by their goals easier than what the Palmerston Magpies opportunities have been. A number of times, I think you called it during the second quarter, a number of times they've been able to wander in and kick from the goal square. We saw Newman soccer one through from the goal square. We saw Fraser Bradley run in and kick his second from the goal square. So when they get forward, it's very open. They've got a plan, they've got a structure, their players know what they're doing. Palmerston Magpies, ball comes down inside their 50, really congested, lots of pressure from the Wanderers defence. They're communicating really well, and I'm not surprised in some ways, particularly when you've got players of the ilk of Daniel Wheatra, Matthew Motlop, down there, Daniel Clee, really working hard. Organising is what one of the keys are, and you can just see the Palmerston forward line have just been unable to get out of that grip. Yep. So they're just missing somebody key forward as well in Palmerston. They've just not got somebody who's going to take a stranglehold up there. And Wanderers, to a degree, it's the same issue, but at least they've made some of best their opportunities. 5-8 looks better on the scoreboard than it is to 1-8. But you just think that, as I said before, Palmerston's going to have to do something really early in this quarter, or else Wanderers could walk away. A couple of other games on today, this afternoon here at TIO Stadium. St Mary's defeated the Tiwi Bombers by 35 points, and in the end the Tiwi Bombers weren't that far away. They just let it go towards the end of the game. Again, struggled in that final quarter, and St Mary's came away with a win. And at Nightcliff at Bendigo Community Bank Oval, the Tigers defeated Darwin Buffaloes by 31 points, and still on now at Norbuilt. The top of the table clash, Southern District's in front of Pint at the moment. So where do you think this one's going to go this half? You think that the Magpies have a bit of a shake, or you think Wanderers could go away with this on Dom?
Oh, look, you know, I tipped the Palmerston Magpies before this game started. I'm regretting that tip at the moment. Look, you'd hope, and certainly Mark Tyrrell will be demanding that his players show something in this quarter. You'd expect the first 10 minutes here, if Palmerston want to get something out of this game, they have to really come out and show intent in the first 10 minutes here. That's what I would want to see. So I'm fascinated to see if they do that. Wanderers will know that that's coming. They've got a very good coach in Aaron Motlop who's building his team as well. He will have had a chat to his players and say, well, this is it. This next 10 minutes will decide whether we win or lose this game. Absolutely. So really important.
Yeah, Mark Tyrrell kept the Magpies out there at half-time as well for a little bit longer on the ground. It's and had a bit of a chat to him. It's 32 degrees still here in Darwin. Breeze slightly east off, but it's to the right of screen. As we're getting ready to start the third quarter.
Starting with the matchups that we had at the beginning of the first and second quarters there in the ruck contest. Tyler Phillips for the Eagles, who's been very good in the ruck and also around the ground. And Tyson Matiazzo. So the tall timber to go at it at the beginning of this second half. Cody Leggett in midfield for the Eagles. I really liked his game. Donegan playing on him. Mensch going up against Bryce Walsh. Comes down straight away to Phillips. Got a handball away, out wide to Clee. Clee found a teammate there in McRae. Long kick inside 50. Off hands comes to Fijo. Newman strides through one tackle, then another little snap on goal. Not going to make the distance. It has to be the push in the back, surely.
Yeah, he's paid that. It was, I think they could see that in the back of the grandstand, let alone where we're sitting. That was probably the most blatant push in the back I've seen all season.
Kyan Ellis went hard at the footy. His opponent went hard at him. Finds his teammate. Long, brave kick up into the middle. No mark taken. Comes to Phillips. Released by hand. Went back to Fox. Donegan now for the Maggies. Good handball. Into the middle. Finds Mensch. Steps one way. Now the other. Kick to Keck. Needed to keep running hard at that footy. Billy Shanks got a handball away. Finds his teammate there in Daniel Fuller. Little chip. Donegan on the up. Out here to Davey. Fuller charged at it hard. Brought to ground. Got the ball away, said the umpire. And now it's out of bounds. How will they see that? It's going to give that as, I think it might have been out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, that was deliberate, but I think you probably unfortunately didn't get hold of the ball a few seconds earlier.
Keck with the handball out the back to Mensch. Oh, beautifully in position there is Tyler Phillips. Just cut that one off nicely. The big man for the Eagles, positioning himself really nicely. His kick wasn't so good. The kick from Keck now, the high up and under. And it's the Eagles who want it more. Phillips again. Handball taken away by Edmonds. Almost brought to ground there is Barnett. Players dive in, ball spills. Eagles have it on the out. Cut off nicely there by Matiazzo. Finds a teammate out wide. Donegan steps and steps. That's beautifully done. Can he find a teammate? No, he can't.
It's been pretty much the story of the game there, Don, where he's had the opportunity and just couldn't finish off.
Yeah, the Eagles. Their defence has just been fantastic. Davey now with the footy. And that's Alwyn on the up to Jaden. And then back to Alwyn. That's a nice delivery of the footy out to Barnett. Barnett, kick. That's poor. Had Ford waiting for him and couldn't find him. They've been indecisive and the usage has been poor inside 50. And that last 2 minutes there is a perfect example of it.
Yep.
The Eagles bring the ball back into play. Daniel Clee with the mark, barking instructions you can see there. Directing where he's going to kick the footy already. Finds Worthley, the little chip now to Harry Willis. Back inboard, another chip. It's what they've done all night, the Eagles, just use the ball well out of defence. Now to Davidson, handball. Look at them running in the clear here. McRae goes backwards. Finds Motlop, back to Newman. Gee, they love having Newman in the team. He uses the ball so well. He goes by hand here to Motlop. Another little chip. No Palmerston player can get near the footy here. McRae now with the long kick. Inside 50. Donegan. He's the midfielder getting in the way there. Out the back here to Wharf. Delayed his kick. tackle, ball spills, back in goes Wharf, hard at it, just head first, and he's taken in the tackle. And the umpire will ball it up in the forward pocket. Tossed up high. Phillips again with the little touch. Wharf takes the footy. Sling tackle. Gee, I've seen less called. Wharf just jumps straight up, gives the footy back. Well done. Phillips in the ruck contest takes it away. Delivers to a teammate there in Walsh by hand from the pocket with the right boot. Snap on goal. Right across the face and out of bounds for a boundary throw in. We've gone 4 minutes here in this third quarter. 38 plays 15. The Eagles in the lead.
They've come out with the energy I thought that Palmerston would in this quarter, but they've managed to hold it on though.
Spencer Fox now in the ruck contest up against Newman. Newman just outbodies him, goes the snap on goal. Brings the footy around too far. And a minor score on the board. 5-9-39 plays 1-9-15. Patrick Heenan bring the ball back into play. Kicks long to Donegan, who's really lifted his work rate. Handball to a teammate here in Ellis. Ellis going towards Mensch. It's a poor handball, really. Comes unstuck here. Sprinting away with the footy is Lovell. Lovell up towards that man in Sonny Smiler. And he goes with the one-hander and takes the mark. Come out to Newman. Look at the space they've got here. Davidson. Patrick Heenan was brave.
Has he got him for legs, is he?
He's given the free kick here.
He's got him for going down to his legs, and yet he was the only one looking at the ball, and the player ran into him.
I don't think there was any touch. I think Davidson just jumped over the top of Heenan, and the umpire 40 metres away has given that free. Well, Davidson with an opportunity to kick his second. Here he's kicked one in the first quarter, and now looking to open the goal scoring in this third quarter. Davidson with the kick on goal, and he has made no mistake of that whatsoever, Sam Davidson. One in the first, one in the third. Wanderers kick their sixth. 6-9-45 to the Palmerston Magpies. 1-9-15. 6 minutes down in this third quarter.
Yeah, the Magpies didn't need that. We'll see if we can see it on replay here. So it's handballed out. He's lost control of the ball, and he's not touched. Oh. You can see the umpire depended with where he was on the ground, but he certainly didn't get anywhere near him there.
Well, we'll all wake up tomorrow morning and the goal's in the...
Yes, as I say.
In the scoreboard. That's all there is to it. So a 5-goal even lead here, 30 points. Still the early stages of this third quarter. Palmerston really needed to be the first to score. Can they? Can they get the ball out of the middle? Phillips with the free kick for the Muck-Mucks. Horrible kick off the right boot. Punched away there from Davidson. Spillage goes to Lovell, to Newman. Such a good user of the footy. Finds Davidson in the clear again. And Davidson, an opportunity here to double up really quickly. But in fact, to kick his third. Well, this would be the perfect start for them, Nick. This is what Palmerston needed to do, was kick the first 2 or 3. Wanderers instead have the opportunity.
Yeah, this could get ugly really quickly here now, unless the Magpies decide to put some fight on, but Wanderers just see the moment of running around by themselves.
Davidson now 35 metres out, kicks on goal, and he's just snuck that in for a behind. Faded late. 6-10-46 plays 1-9-15. Palmerston really need to find something here.
Yeah, just struggling with that kick. The second kick out of defence has always got them into trouble.
There's a handball on this occasion from Dowsett, and immediately the pressure was on. Well done from Sonny Smiler. Out of bounds on the full was the call. Again, they just looked casual, Nick, coming out of defence.
I think Smiler's probably best on ground today. He's just been involved a lot.
Long kick. Up goes Smiler. There he is. Play on is the call. Umpire. What a grab that could have been. Waylon Davey over the footy. Outside of the right boot. That's an interesting kick. Keck goes up and spoils. Players coming in now, putting the pressure on. The umpire says, I will have it for the ball up. 55 out here from the Eagles goal. Daniel Clee just tosses that back to the central umpire. Tosses it up high. Daru tapped it to his advantage initially. Edmonds had it, lost it. Tossed away without the footy. Ball spills to Wilson. Nice little chip out to Heenan. Now with a bit of time and space to move. Up towards Ned Ford. Cleared him initially, goes back and gets the footy. Pressure, that was fantastic from the Eagles' defence. Handball comes out here. Will spill to Smith-Thompson. Kick out wide. And how will that be seen by the umpire? Boundary throw in. Half forward for the Palmerston Magpies. Frith thought that he might have had the free kick there. But a boundary throw in is the call. It's a Daru up in the ruck contest here with Tyler Phillips. Phillips has been terrific. He wins another one down, this time to Frith. He's taken in a tackle immediately. The umpire will do it all over again. Phillips had 2 cracks at it. Comes down to Donegan. Little chip in board. Waylon Davey wasn't able to pick up. Edmonds putting the pressure on. Davey goes back in again. He's tackled without the footy. Spills to Lovell. Lovell on the left boot. That's a lovely kick out wide. Finds Newman. He is their go-to man. Finds Fijo. Called to play on. Long kick out wide. Mensch there. Just doing enough to spoil Josh Wirchin there before we can get towards the footy. And a boundary throw in. 55 metres around here from the Eagles' goal.
He looked up there, he just didn't have anything to kick to, and that was, you could see the frustration on his face, and they were out there though if somebody would make a run for him.
Daru up against Newman. Newman with the double fister down. Donegan looking to come away with it. Now Heenan receives the hands. Goes to Jaden Davey. Lovely, lovely kick up into the midfield. Finds Ellis. Off the chest. Now the handball to Mensch. Oh, took a bit of a hit there. Tackle laid there by Jaden Davey. Coming through strongly was Fletcher. And turnover. The Eagles take control again. Handball backwards by McRae. Chain of handballs. Off the hands. Davey gets his kick away. Up towards Waylon Davey. Does he take the mark? He does not. Play on, says the umpire. They release the footy, and under pressure the handball through for the minor score. Good play from the Eagles' defence. One of the few times they've appeared under pressure.
5 goals even difference now. Back to 30 points.
Frith putting on the pressure, deep in defence. Eagles come away with it. Mark taken by Phillips. G's been good. Little chip out wide, looking for Lovell. Pressure put on him. That was well done by Tyron Haynes. Right in front of the coach's box. That's the spot to do it. And a boundary throw in. 6'10", plays 110. Can you believe it? 110. Yeah. It's breezy conditions, but it's not as though it's pouring rain out there. Daru up against Phillips again. Phillips just too easily gets the one-handed tap down beautifully. Handball comes out, and now the kick from Willis. Up into attacking 50. No real talk from the Maggies defence there. Newman in a good position. Spills over. Do they keep it in? The umpire says it's the minor score. And it will be brought back. The point has been registered. So the Eagles 6-11-47. Palmerston 1-10-16. Kick-out duties will come back to Patrick Heenan again.
Yeah, just not any chance at all that Magpies had to get back in this. They had to do it early, as you said, and just now it's a bit like a training drill here for Wanderers, and if they were a bit more clinical, this could get really nasty, but either side struggling to score. 7 inside 50s each in this quarter for 1 goal.
Patrick Heenan brings that footy out and finds Tyron Haynes. Good kick from him. He finds Wilson Fletcher. That's another poor kick that was made look good by his teammate there. And that's another nice kick. Well done. Jaden Davey. Handball's on. Kick out wide to Mensch. That was a nice kick. Dropped what he should have taken. And then pummeled over. Taken in the tackle. Waylon Davey trying to extricate the foot. He can't do so. And the umpire calls it to himself there, and a ball up deep in the forward pocket for the Maggies.
Yeah, should have wrapped that one up early, and a tight angle they would have been.
Ball tossed high. Daru just cleared a space. Ball comes down to Smith-Thompson. Little handball inboard goes to Walsh, the 1-2. Good play. Out they go. Tackle taken there. Davidson was thrown to ground, and in the end, the ball pushed out of bounds for a boundary throw in, right in front of the interchange gate there for the Eagles. They just keep on running the footy and running in numbers, putting the pressure on really nicely. Ruck contest here. You can hear the chatter in the background. Daru up against Phillips. Phillips just takes it out of the ruck contest, runs through the contest. Too easy again. Away goes Willis. Handball into space. Taken by Frith. Ducks his head. Gets a handball away. Over the footy is Bremner. Gets it to Wharf. Out wide here to Edmonds. Taking the tackle. Loses the footy. Tossed over the boundary line. Didn't have the footy.
He's going to ball it in though. Thought he dragged him down there. Umpire must have missed that one.
Cody Leggett just gives him a tap on the helmet there. Lucas Edmonds. Boundary throw in again. Phillips has just been so dominant, as he is again. Just gets to the front position too easily. Tackles his opponent who didn't have the footy. Takes the footy. Is tackled. Brought to ground. And the umpire will do it all over again. Daru, he's got to get more physical in this contest here. Ben Daru. Just allowing Phillips to do whatever he wants here. Phillips again. The easy tap down. Comes to Murray. Nice handball out. Handball to Clee. Goes backwards. Finds Motlop. Gets that one around the corner. Fijo tries to tap it on. Falls to Fox. Handballs to Edmonds in a dangerous position. Polaxed in a tackle. Didn't have the footy. Comes to half forward. Stacks on. How do you get tackled without the footy, Nick, and don't get it free?
There's been a couple there today. The umpires, though, do a pretty good job at a very scrappy game of football. There's been no real solid contest by either side, and there's been a lot of ball-ups.
Phillips gets that one down towards Sean Wilson. Wilson couldn't take possession. This one comes to Daru. He's taken down in a good tackle. Wharf cleared space for Keck. He took the footy, put it under his arms. He's run. Long kick down towards half forward. Waylon Davey takes possession. In front there of his opponent in Smith-Thompson. The snap on goal. That is a goal from Waylon Davey. He's got some talent as Waylon Davey. Beautiful kick on the outside of the right boot. Second goal for the Palmerston Magpies.
He's had a couple of opportunities today to those, and he took one earlier in this quarter, in the last quarter, where he tried the outside of the boot curl and just kept going further and further to the right. That one there has gone through. As we come back to the replay, big hard tackle there. Lucky didn't take his head as well, but umpire let that one play on. And then for the first time, the Magpies came out of defence and didn't just drop straight in the arms of an Eagles player. He did very well there, win that one across, and then the outside of the boot, which he did try, as I said, this end of the ground earlier on today, and did push that one wide. That one there straight through the middle for Palmerston's second goal. So amazing, there's still only 25 points in this one.
Tyson Matiazzo up against Phillips. Phillips just flicks that one back. Lucas Edmonds trying to get himself into the game and onto the footy here, but stacks on. The umpire calls for it again. Beaten forward on that occasion by Josh Wirchin, has had a terrific game for the Muck-Mucks. Phillips, too easy. Belts that one away. Smiler steps over the footy, can't get hold of it. Players crashing in here. Cody Leggett just muscled his way through. Wirchin tried to do the same. Lovell taken in a tackle. Well done to the Maggies. That's much better. Wilson just powering his way forward and wins himself a free kick as the captain. That's a much better effort from the middle. Able to get it from the midfield. Long kick. Dangerous kick. No mark taken off hands. Wanderers will be first there. That's a terrible kick. That should be given as a free kick.
Yep.
Must be. So the Maggies, little bit of intent here. 18-minute mark of this third quarter. They've just kicked their second. Could they butter up and kick their third? No mark taken, or is it called? It's called. And the mark taken by Wilson Fletcher.
He pulled that back in the first grab and then just let it drop onto him. If he kicks this, they'll have actually won the quarter.
It's a powerfully built player, is Wilson Fletcher. And he has an opportunity. That's a brave pack mark there from him. Opportunity here to kick back-to-back goals for the Maggies. Very important kick. It's on its way. Will it hold its course? No, it won't. It hit the post. Faded late for the minor score, but some good intent shown by the Maggies. 2:11.23 trails the Eagles 6:11.47. Again, that 24-point buffer that they just don't seem to be able to break. Kick across goal here. Goes to Lovell on the left boot. Stylish kick up there to Sonny Smiler. Another left footer out to Keelan Fijo, and look at that. Blink of an eye, Wanderers are at half forward. Beautiful little chip kick finds Damien Murray on the chest. And you look at how hard Palmerston worked to get it up to their 50, and the Eagles do it in 3 beautiful kicks.
And if Murray kicks this one, it will be a real dagger in the heart, I think, because as I said, the Magpies have worked hard to even up this quarter. It's still 24 points at half-time, down 24 points at the moment.
So Damien Murray, man on the mark about 45 from goal, left of centre. Called to play on. It's ugly off the boot. It's going to fall in the goal square. Gee, Palmerston Magpie defence, they're doing really well to just thump that through for the behind. So 25 points, and that's a poor kick in, and a free kick is fortunate to Frith. Almost ticking at a time on here. He goes backwards to Patrick Heenan. Need to see more from the Palmerston midfield here. Patrick Heenan, not really a lot to kick to. Lovell gave him, I should say, Edmonds gave him a lead. Comes out here to Wharf. Well done by Bradley to cut that one off. Puts the pressure on. Sockers into the corridor. Good pick up by Newman. Goes to Murray. The snap on goal. The goalkeeper's right there. Patrick Heenan. Well done. Little chip is nice.
We're into time on. There won't be much.
Little chip sideways goes to Mensch. Mensch on the left boot. Finds Haynes. Haynes needs to keep the ball moving here. Goes to Mensch. The long kick on that left boot. Looking down here for Fox. 2-on-1. He's going to get paid the free. Will they play the advantage? They will. Fox, the handball to Ford. Can he find someone, or can he just kick the goal? He finds the Wanderers defender, who punches it through for a behind. 2-12, plays 6-12 at the 21-minute mark.
Score the same difference as it was at half-time. 24-point lead currently to the Wanderers as we're getting right to the end of this quarter.
Lovell now with ball in hand, sweeps a handball. As to a teammate there in McRae. McRae, that's a good kick, finds Walsh. And there's the siren, and he's played on. So that will not count for Walsh.
So 24 points in it, the same as it was at half-time. 6-12-48 to 2-12-24. You're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We'll be back after this short break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top end footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to TIO Saturday for round 4, Men's Premier League, Wanderers versus Palmerston Magpies. You're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. I'm Nick Daggs, my commentary partner this evening, Dom McCormack. And Dom, they've got to get 24 points in the final quarter. They've got 24 points for the match, Palmerston Magpies. It's doable, but they've kicked 1 goal 2 and 2 goals 4 in their final quarter so far this season. So just as we said at half-time, during the break, they're just missing someone to kick to.
Yeah, they are, and that's been the difference, hasn't it? Brodie Newman's been the connection player for the Eagles. Palmerston really struggled when they're getting it past middle, really. Just that connection aspect. I was hoping for more from Alwyn and Jaden Davey, but perhaps that's asking too much for a first game back for the Palmerston Maggies, but who knows? 24 points. Not impossible, rarely done.
8 goals scored for the match in total by both sides. They've got their 4 goals behind, so it's going to be tough. Nearly a break of the 6-6-6 rule, but
yeah, that's
the
it.
ball up.
And they are going to give the warning too.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Jordan Klein it was, who was sitting down there in the forward line when he shouldn't have been. They've worked it out. Here we are in the middle. Daru up against Phillips. Phillips has just had his way with the midfield. Edmonds got a handball. Donegan got his hands on it. Both of them were spoken to sternly by Tyrrell at the three-quarter time break, but it is Clee with the first clearing kick for the Eagles. Patrick Heenan, beautifully done, takes a nice mark, kicks the ball to Daru, takes a mark, goes to Wharf. What can they do here, the Maggies? Mensch calling for it in the middle of the ground. Wolf ignores him, kicks long, almost a mark to Motlop, comes here to Fletcher, spills to Davey, that's Jaden, goes to Davey, Alwyn, out towards Davey, Whalen. How that wasn't a free kick, I don't know. And kicking in danger? Oh, surely not. He has given that as a free kick when the player on the ground was lying on the footy.
I think that's an even upper for the one in the last quarter, which was very similar. But you're right, he was the only one on the footy, and the guy's running him from miles away, and he gets a free kick for it. It's a bit of an anomaly with the rule, but
the captain has an opportunity. Sean Wilson kicks on goal and puts that through. Believe it or not, the Palmerston Magpies are within 3 goals here. 18 points even as Sean Wilson kicks his first for the evening.
He's got them all fired up here, the captain, as he's saying, come on, guys, 3 more of those. As we're going to watch the replay now of a decision that, as we watch it here, it's a bit of straffing there. Maybe he paid for, no, he's paid for this here. Oh, well, jeez. Yeah, all right.
Well, I tell you what, Waylon Davies should have had a free kick. And gee, he's a hard player to match up on. That's him fighting away against Daniel Wheatra. And he caused Wheatra all sorts of trouble there. So Palmerston, can they get it in quickly? Daru now. Caused a little bit of havoc there. Got the ball to Mensch. Mensch back here to Davey. That's Alwyn on the right boot. Out wide looking for Jaden. Here they are combining again. Got the ball moving quickly to Wharf, who then dropped it. Went back in and picked it up. Handball backwards here to Fox. Fox with the sweeping handball to Mensch. Had it, lost it. Ball comes to Marlin. That's poor disposal. Goes to Fox, who's just wrapped up in the tackle. And play on is the call. Davey to Davey again. Long kick. Fletcher Wilson did really well. Cleared the path. Wharf is there. So too Walsh for the Eagles. Handball comes out. Now to Mensch. Lost the footy. Goes to Walsh. Palmerston have come to play in this last quarter. Davey, good kick. Edmonds, can he take the mark? He can. Terrific kick down there from Alwyn Davey and Lucas Edmonds. An opportunity here for back-to-back goals for the Maggies.
If you think about it, Wanderers only got 3 goals in the second quarter, 1 goal in the third quarter. And the Magpies, unfortunately, won in both their quarters and won in this so far. They get this one, though, and they're could get a bit worried there, Wanderers.
So Lucas Edmonds, man on the mark, 40 from goal. In he comes. Kicks on goal. And he has missed that to the left.
Could be the handy point.
could. You heard it here first. Could be the handy point. Daniel Wheatra to bring the footy back into play. Goes out wide. Wanderers have been pretty steady in defence all evening. That's a nice low drilling ball that finds Daniel Clee. Kicks out wide. The plan's been the same. They haven't deviated. Just had players in the clear. And that one there out of bounds on the full. So a turnover here. Edmonds to take the free. His coach in Mark Tyrrell will be pleased. He and Donegan have had their hands on the footy a few times already in this last quarter. Exactly what he would have been asking for. Runs his full measure. Kicks inside 50. Who is the target? Doesn't matter. Ball spills. Waylon Davey had it, lost it. Challenge came there from Marlin. Ran the ball over the boundary line. And there'll be a boundary throw in. 25 around in the forward pocket.
17 points in it. It was 14 points to Wanderers at quarter time, 24 at half-time and three-quarter time. Next goal here for the Magpies will be extremely handy.
17 points is the margin. Boundary throw in. It's the midfielder, Donegan, in the ruck contest. Goes back in to get the footy. Was he taken high? No call. No call on that one too. I thought that was pretty similar. And Lucas Edmonds gives his opponent there a tap on the head in Bryce Walsh. Shows him the footy. A little bit going on here. Phillips wins that one down easily. Going through the pack beautifully was Wirchin. Finds a teammate in McRae. Edmonds over the footy. And the footy will be held up. 60 out from goal here. So Nick, evident here. Palmerston holding up the ball in their forward zone. Far better.
Yeah, 5 inside 50s to 1 at the moment. 5-minute mark, just over the 5-minute mark of the final quarter.
Mensch almost had the footy. Daru He's come to play in this last quarter. Got the ball out to Heenan. Heenan, long bomb inside 50. Up they go. No clean possession yet. Donegan spun around. Fletcher out to Sean Wilson. Cut off beautifully there by Shanks. D did well. Gets the ball to Sonny Smiler. Takes the ball on his chest. Little left footer up to the captain in Motlop. That was not a great kick. Davidson back to Motlop. Taken in tackle by Wharf. Wanderers have got numbers here. Poise. A little bit of a kick into space. Wharf taken out of it.
Yes.
And is there a whistle? There will be. And it'll come back to Ryan Wharf here.
Yeah, clicked him high with a bump. The idea was good, but he was a long way off the ball.
So Wharf needs to use this footy well. Long kick. Almost a mark. No mark off hands. Comes to Leggett. Goes to Edmonds. Into the clear. Had Davey, then lost him. Wrapped up in a good tackle. Dropped the footy. Walsh gets the clearing kick into the middle. Fijo with the fist. Davidson comes down with the footy. Wrapped up in a tackle straight away.
A couple of opportunities in this quarter already. The Magpies have had to take a shot, and they're just trying to open up to make an easier shot and just having a dig. And probably where they are at the moment, it's probably worth just having a few snaps.
Gee, Daru used his body there to push his opponent out of the way, and he's been free kicked. Phillips perhaps somewhat fortunate there. He'll take it and kick it long. Get it out of the danger zone. Up into attacking 50. The mark taken by Dowsett. Handballs onto Heenan. Goes to Mensch. Mensch has been good. Can he have some key players come with him? He goes to Klein. Klein pops it up to Heenan. On the run to Frith. Cruising along centre wing. Kicks long. Got a target down there. Wheatra almost cut it off. Tackled there by Davey. Ball spills to Donegan. Clears a little bit of space. Had Edmonds clear by hand. Didn't go. Jaden Davey on the chase. And the ball seen out of bounds there by Shanks for the Eagles.
He had the opportunity there to handball that one off again. But just keep not taking the first option here, the Magpies.
Yes, that appeared to be the clear option there for Donegan. Didn't go to his midfield mate. Shallow throw in. Dealt with easily by Phillips. Just belted it straight back to the boundary, and they'll do it all over again.
It doesn't get any easier for the Magpies next Friday night at Nightcliff. They'll take on the Tigers. And at Guns Oval on Saturday, Wanderers have got Waratah.
Phillips in front, belts that one away, goes straight to Keck, released Edmonds by hand. He's taken in a tackle, and he's going to get the high. Edmonds, he's a smart footballer. He just lowered the body slightly there. Got himself the free kick. No one's cruising past for the handoff, so he's going to have to take responsibility here. Man on the mark about 48 from goal. 45-degree angle. Newman positioning himself down there in the goal square already for the Eagles. 17 points is the margin. Edmonds on the approach. Long kick. It's going to fall short. Newman's there, punches it away through for the minor score. So 16 points the margin. The Eagles bring the footy back in. Ball goes to Leggett. Leggett out wide. Spencer Fox missed the footy. Had to take the footy. Handball to the advantage now of Lovell. On the up goes to Davidson. Inboard again to Lovell. Strides through a tackle. Left foot kick. Dangerous. No mark taken off hands. Wharf saves the day in the Magpies defence. Into the middle of the ground. Finds a teammate. Magpies need to move. They need to move and create space. He goes out wide. Again to the user in Mensch. Mensch up the line. Finds Donegan. Sean Wilson, the captain's in space in the forward line. Wharf's there. Long kick now. Down towards Waylon Davey. So too Wilson. Out the back to Davey. Runs. Kicks a goal with the right boot. They're within 10 points. Waylon Davey played that beautifully. The ball over the back. Scooted into the goal square and kicked his second.
It's the best movement of the game by the Magpies. From out of their back line, they took their time. They took the dangerous kick in the middle of the ground to a player all in his own, and from there on went just a little bit messy for a little bit there in the middle, and the kick over the top. It took a bit of benefit. As we watch the replay of this one, just got over the top there. That was the one that was a bit odd, and broke away. Just looking back at another incident, obviously off the ball.
Oh, there it is too.
Yeah, that was the one off the ball where he got paid it earlier in the game.
So 11 minutes down here, the ball back in the middle. 6-12 plays 4-14. That's 18 scoring shots apiece now. Wrestle in the middle of the ground. Wanderers have it. Kick out from the middle. They win this all-important centre contest. Almost the mark taken. The mark is taken by Ellis. The tall timber for the Maggies. They are finding a bit of space. Mensch now at half back. Goes out wide looking for Jaden Davey. Kick doesn't find him on the full. He's got time, got space. Back inboard to the hard-working Lucas Edmonds. Takes off. Long kick. Inside 50. Sean Wilson will make a contest. He'll do more than that. He almost took the grab. Off hands. Out to Matthew Motlop. On the up. Finds a teammate. Shanks releases by hand, goes to Wheatra. Wheatra across goal, and the mark taken in the back pocket. Little chip, goes to Newman. Newman out wide. So again, steady play from the Eagles' defence here as they work it all the way up to half back. Ball in the hands of McRae. Again, doesn't take the mark. Pressure now on. Manages to get it back to McRae. Handball backwards to Newman. He is the go-to man in defence or in the forward line. He's been the steadier for them. Now the ball in the hands of Worthley. Being told to kick backwards. Now to play on. Kicks up the line. Poor kick off the boot. Will go to Phillips. And chopping the arms is the call. So a free kick will come here to Alwyn Davey. Time. 13 minutes down in this last quarter. Alwyn Davey with ball in hand on the wing. Handballs to Patrick Heenan, who gave him the option. Kicks long, looking out wide for Sean Wilson. Very fortunate for that to find the line and be a boundary throw-in.
11 inside 50s to 3, and Wanderers have only kicked 1 goal for since half-time. The Magpies have kicked 3 goals and a handful of points.
6-12 plays 4-14. Boundary throw in. Again, Phillips got the hand to it. Edmonds was first there for the Maggies. And a ball up.
Still again. Plenty of time left. Just about 8 minutes, I reckon, left in this game. So there's plenty of time for either side to finish this one off.
Congestion. Trying to burst his way through there was McRae. Handball from Wilson to Heenan. Handball to himself. Little soccer off the ground. Hacked away there. Now an opportunity for the Maggies. Just a long bomb inside 50. Comes off hands. Waylon Davey there again. Pressure. Players diving in. Ball held in. And the umpire says, I will have it. Well done, both teams. Good attack on the footy. It's important here. Maggie's just got to attack the footy hard here. See if they can get themselves a free kick. In the ruck contest, Phillips away. Edmonds over the footy. Ball come out. Is that the free kick? I'll tell you what it might be. Oh, no, it's not.
Good decision by the umpire there, because he did play for that one. He did duck his head down. And
ball tossed high. Phillips again gets that one away. Donegan on the up. Ball close to the boundary line. And again, they'll get another opportunity.
Just not taking that opportunity when it drops from the Magpies. Again, looking for that little handball off when you've got an opportunity to have a dig with 10 points in it and about 6.5 minutes left of the game.
Ned Ford just jogging back into position there, minding the dangerous Newman. Ruck contest. Phillips couldn't quite get himself forward. No one talking to the player, and Jordan Klein thought he had all the time in the world out of a ruck contest. And taking the free kick there was Sam Davidson. Been an important player for them, kicked 2 goals, one in the first and one in the third, and now he just goes down the line, long kick. Bradley up high, Mensch takes the footy, goes by hand, little handball comes out to Dowsett, did very well, almost cut off there by the Eagles, and a free will be paid. Dowsett did not have the footy. Goes into the middle, dangerous kick. Surely that's 50. That should be 50. Play on, well done to the Maggies. Kick, Wilson underneath it, can't take the grab. Off hands, Marlin's there. Somehow gets a kick out. On the chase is Alwyn Davey at half forward. Wheels around, little chip, he's got numbers waiting for him. Jaden Davey takes the grab. It's all Palmerston at the moment. Goes back to Alwyn Davey. Long kick, mark to Ford. No, it's not. Gets hold of the footy, takes the footy, tackled. Comes to Lucas Edmonds. He's tackled. Ball spills, and the mark is paid. Yes, it is. The mark is paid. So the Palmerston Magpies with an opportunity here for a shot at goal. 16 and a half, almost 17 minutes gone here in this last quarter.
There could almost be 50 there too if he paid the mark and he got thrown to the ground afterwards. Big brave umpire though with 10 points going with just over 5 minutes left to play. Kicks this one though, takes it back to 6-6-6, which is probably what the Magpies need because at the moment everyone's in their half of the ground.
So a shot on goal. Crucial kick. Maggies are looking pretty happy. It's a goal on the board. That's a really important goal for the Palmerston Magpies. It brings them back here within 4 points. Can you believe it? 17 and a half minutes gone. 6-12 plays 5-14. A crucial goal kicked. 48 plays 44. It's like as though the Eagles have stopped.
They've only kicked 1 goal since half time. So they've in a bit of trouble here with 4 points in it now. Still, I reckon about 4 minutes so left in the game. It's gone back to 6-6-6, which I said was what Magpies needed to happen to try and open this game back up a little bit.
Ball tossed high, Daru there against Phillips. Phillips won it down. Donegan couldn't take it out cleanly. Comes to the back, which is where the numbers are for the Eagles. Kick comes away from Bradley. High up and under through centre half forward. Fijo, handball, away there to Willis. Willis inside 50. Target is Smiler. Doesn't take the grab. Ball spills. Smiler gets the handball away to Walsh on the right boot. Kick on goal is an absolute beauty from Walsh. They go inside 50 and kick the goal. And Walsh makes it a 2-goal ball game again in favour of the Eagles.
Yeah, they needed that one. That's only their 2nd goal since half-time.
Well done to Bryce Walsh. Cool, calm and collected, and he slotted that one brilliantly. 7-12, 54 plays Palmerston's 5-14, 44. So the 10-point ball game again, just as Palmerston got close enough.
4 points at quarter time, sorry, 14 points at quarter time, 24 points and 24 points at half time and 3/4 time. 10 points now.
Daru up against Phillips. Phillips easily, but straight down to Donegan. He's kept hold of the handle. Runs his full measure. Nice chip. Can't take the grab. That was a head-high hit there. Charging through his Ford. Tackled. Play on. Mark taken, no it's not. Dropped there by Bremner. Strong play from Willis. Handball comes to Bradley. Long kick inside 50. Looking for and finding Smiler. Gets the handball away to Murray. Murray. Handballs to Clee. On the right boot. Looking for a target. Palmerston defence has to go to work here. Dowsett. His handball cut off. Running into the forward pocket. Here is Clee. Mensch did really well. Got a handball away. And a free kick paid against Smiler. Free kick will come back into the back pocket for the Palmerston Magpies. Hard, heavy hit there put on Jordan Klein. Frith gets the ball back to him as quickly as he can. Plays on, goes back to Patrick Heenan. Heenan needs to move this ball quickly here. Time is an issue. 20.5 down here in this last quarter. Ball chipped out. Goes to Sean Wilson, the captain. Kick up here towards Fletcher. Takes an excellent mark. Handballs to Keck, who doesn't take the ball cleanly. Spins out of trouble beautifully. Long kick inside 50. Davey, hands to it. Couldn't take the grab. Waylon Davey goes back in and lays the tackle. Ball dropped and he wins a free kick. He's kicked 2 as Waylon Davey. He's been dangerous with the footy. Goes long. I think he might be off target. And the minor score. 9 points is the ball game. 5:15, 45 plays 7:12, 54, 21.5 on the clock. Daniel Wheatra needs to find a target. They've only had trouble in this last quarter bringing the footy out. Runs his full measure, kicks long to the outer wing. Punch comes to Donegan. It's going to come back inside 50, or will it? Handball.
That's a throw.
Wanderers through Walsh, the last goal kicker. Kick it out towards centre wing. Good mark taken there by Dowsett. Needs to move it quickly and move it long. Just get it into the dangerous area. Keck takes the footy. Handballs on quickly. Now the kick comes inside 50. Tall timber there for the Eagles. Good mark. Daniel Wheatra stood under that and took it brilliantly. Flares it out wide. Goes there to Cody Leggett, who's just going to steady the play down. Finds Matthew Motlop. Just goes backwards to Leggett, exactly as he should. Goes across goal. Perhaps a little bit dangerous there momentarily. Finds Shanks. Shanks with the left boot. Goes to Newman. When they've needed a steady hand, he's been their man. Worthley from the back pocket now. Pressure came from Waylon Davey. Long kick punched away by Dowsett, out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Time the enemy now, Nick.
Yeah, I think it's all done there for the Magpies. That one goal that Wanderers got in this quarter was going to be the difference in the end. It's 9 points at the moment, and it just took the wind out of the Magpies' sails, who were coming, got it back to 4 points this quarter, but just couldn't get there.
Boundary throw in. Won by Daru, and the siren sounds here at TIO Stadium. The winners are the Eagles.
By 9 points there, they get it up 7-12, 54 to 5-15, 45. And Dom, your best on ground. It's going to be tough to pick some of them, but it's a bit of a scrappy game. But at the end of that, Wanderers come away with the points.
Oh, look, I think my best on ground is the player that made the difference. I think for me, that's Brodie Newman. Whether it be forward or back, he was the person who steadied the ship when it mattered. So Brodie Newman for me.
And goal scorers, Davison got 2 and Bradley got 2 for Wanderers, and they're all single goal scorers for the Magpies.
Except Wilson. For Waylon Davey.
Oh, Waylon Davey got a couple as well. So overall thoughts of the game, as I said, next week have a quick look at the round that's happening on Friday night. The Tigers take on Palmerston Magpies. It's going to be another tough one for the Magpies at home for Nightcliff. Then on Saturday, over on Tiwi, the Bombers take on Darwin Buffaloes. Across the road, the big home away trip for St Mary's, 400 metres they're going to travel across to Pint for their away game at DXC Arena. And then 6:30 Gardens over Waratah and Wanderers, so not going to get any easier for Wanderers either.
No, look, Palmerston, they will rue their first half, 1-8. They showed they were good enough to be close enough, but they weren't good enough to win. They have to start matches far better than that.
Absolutely. 14 points down at quarter time, 24 points down at half time and three-quarter time. Ended up 9 points, so they did win the final quarter, so it's a bit of a win for them. But they went inside 50 16 times in that last quarter and only managed to get 3 goals, 3. So that's probably a disappointing outcome for them as well, because they probably could have pinched it with the amount of times they went inside 50 in that final quarter to 5. So Dom, it's been great calling with you.
You too, Nick.
It's great to be with you. Look forward to you next week here. Good night.